This is a collection of journal entries made by my walk-in Irma soul during the last year, offering a unique perspective on stepping into the Earth experience and sharing the human body. Here we arrive at a precipice, a choice point. If we, you, I, are to give everything we got for it to be enough, doesn't it have to be all of you, me, us? That was the reason for you adopting the chosen name as your own, because it was your chosen name for me. I understand the perspective of wanting to pay respect, calling me your higher self. This journey isn't about leaving Earth and floating up in the clouds, instead bringing higher vibrational energy down to Earth for the benefit of all. Thus, the I Am presence is more powerful here. It does take stepping up to that, taking ownership. Know that you, I, we have access to the levels of ourself as needed. The guidance is always available. It's just a matter of if one is willing to listen. Saying I am higher self and following through with that takes a higher level of commitment than being told what to do. We are here to learn together, a team. We are one, united. You'll know that by now you've encountered different sides to me, different pieces, some wearing a brighter shade of rose-colored glasses, some that feel very heavy. Thus was the range of my experience and the different vibrations that I was a part of. I am in your heart at all times, hence the lion heart. He has a lion in his heart, oh my! Fear his mighty vengeance upon this world. You wonder what it'd be like to be me? Perhaps that's something we can explore the boundaries of. I'm not an expert in this. That is another factor in the integration process. I haven't exactly done this before. Even if I had, it would be carrying with it quite a unique set of circumstances. So please be patient. We have plenty of time. Integration is interesting. It's like driver's ed, where the instructor has controls on their side of the car too, or like Inside Out, where the different emotions learn to work together, because that's our goal, right? To become a whole being, and perhaps that means letting go of former identities. Be what you want to be now. I am grateful for this opportunity to be given this life and will try to make it the best I can going forward. I am very spirited. So, who am I? I am fierce, funny, flirtatious, emboldened, emblazoned, fertile, fearless. I am fruitful, ferocious, ferrous, feline, fantastic. I am fantastic. I am humorous, agreeable, assertive, open-hearted, authentic, open, flowing, loving, in the moment, comforting, relaxing, rejuvenating, epic outcomes for the future. I am furry. I am muscular, strong, athletic, hefty, solid, stout, sturdy. I am insightful, eagle-eyed, all-knowing of what I need to. I am happy, joyous, loving, nurturing, friendly. I am connected with a wonderful guidance team, and we work together to make the most of this incarnation. I am awe-inspiring. I am spiritual, emotional. I have an amazing sense. I am beastly, burly, brash, audacious, audibly pleasing, engaging, attractive. I am a conduit for the divine flow of Source to come through me for the benefit of all in my presence. Breathe. Imagine. Smile. Grateful. Wondrous. Excellent and terrific. That candy bar was really tasty. And so is the beef jerky. It's nice to try those things, to have them randomly presented without having to buy them, because I wouldn't. So it is offering new experiences. It can be quite amusing, the chaos of it all. Maybe that's just the thing, is I eventually get bored when things aren't changing enough. Learning to type with these paws, so tricky. Pallbearer, my, oh, how they go, like the fire on the water of thunderous earth and spirit through the air. It's not about trying to make sense. Just getting comfortable having and expressing unique thoughts of my own. Learning what it feels like to be me. Making progress each day in the desired direction. Doing what we want to do. Getting better at it through regular practice. Have faith in knowing and growth through daily intake of evidence and experience. New experiences in your chosen area of progress. Sounds very appealing. A very fun time we get to have here. Once upon a time, there was a dragon who lived in a cave. It looked an ordinary cave from the outside, but the inside was filled with treasures. He spent his life gathering all these things, amassing a fortune. But he became afraid to leave, for he would not be able to protect his hoard. He became very lonely and resented his belongings, but he couldn't bear to leave it, for he had worked too hard, spending so much of his life collecting it. Then one day, another dragon came by and entered the cave. He was an explorer, wanting to see the ins and outs of all areas he passed through. He was amazed to see such a collection. This story makes me think about how I don't want to be weighed down by things. Deciding what objects are really important to me, then leaving behind the rest. To go travel, explore, engage, interact, act, action, play, fun, good times. Adventure awaits. But it's also about what we create. We can experience, or we can create for others to experience. Finding balance. Who's saying it? Does it matter? We are letting go of separation. We are one. For I am Seiichi Lionheart. This concludes the past year of journal entries by that aspect of myself of which I saw fit to share. Next, I have a short communication with the Pashas relevant to this subject, followed by a final journal entry of the lion. I want to connect more with my lion aspect, but I am supposed to be thinking of myself as one being more and dropping that context, which may be a good question for the Pashas. To my friends, the Pashas, good morning, how are you? I am curious with which is the appropriate way to label myself, even just for my own use. Are there two of me, human and lion, or just one? What would be the appropriate and helpful way for me to think about this? Good morning, Zay. Grand Rising. There are not two of you, but a spectrum to you. You could think of a ladder, but without the rungs. Or, to use the numbered density description, there is not a 3D you, a 5D you, but an all-D you. You are wherever you are wanting to be in that spectrum as you choose it. You don't venture too far out of the normal bounds of this reality because you do want to be here on Earth. You are committed to and focused on this system, this awareness, this mission. It is important to you, and so you don't stray far. Stray cat strut? 'Cause you got cat class and you got cat style? What do we think of the song? We certainly wouldn't want a shoe thrown at us or get our dinner from a garbage can. We smile. A full spectrum, activating where you want your awareness to be. So how do you navigate that is the question. You are learning to gain one's authority over your own vibration, awareness, experience. This is a conclusive journal entry from my lion aspect from the night before this recording. I'm being asked if I would like to expand on this. Thoughts of integration. It's interesting that as I write this now, the integration has gotten to a point where it is almost seamless. I am almost one person again. That's how each aspect of us wants it to be, how it needs to be. And the Disney nicknames would only get us so far, anyways. It was a nice gesture at the time, but recognize the I am going forward. Kind of hard to have an I am presence when one is not even considering oneself as one or I. This going through of older journal entries, carrying forward that which is useful, it's a process of closure, a process of releasing that which doesn't serve, releasing the story of when and how it came through, carrying forward into the now that which serves me. And yes, I have to make this transition to saying I, me, lest I continue to sound like a crazy person. So this is all being brought to the now, anchored in the now with how it is chosen to be, a choosing of that which to share, an expression of how to be. Recognize the difference between the ego as a character and the ego as a story. Drop the story, build the character. Share an experience through your chosen character. And hey, this may be the last journal entry where I am acting as different from the whole. Recognize that these last few times you asked me to share my opinion, I held back because I don't wish to be perceived as separate anymore. I want us to be whole. That takes letting go of some things, letting go of the past story and identities. But you know what is available now? Creating a new identity of our choosing. But again, the we are, you, this, that, it needs to be released. It needs to be released now. Let go of it. Trust. Trust that I am. I've got this. I am Seiichi Lionheart, the one Lionheart.